fudgy Mars bar brownies. Here's the recipe on how to make it.
Into my mixing bowl, I'm adding 3 large eggs. To that, I'm also adding in 150 grams of caster sugar. I'm now going to whisk these 2 ingredients together. You want to mix until they are pale and fluffy and the eggs have doubled in size. This is what your eggs should look like. Oh no! So when your eggs do look a little something like that, then they're ready. If I can try and spoon it in. Now I'm melting down 125 grams of unsalted butter. I've got 50 grams of milk chocolate and I've got 100 grams of dark. I'm going to pop that in the microwave for about 30 seconds at a time, mixing between each lot. This butter and chocolate mix is now being added into the eggs and sugar. I'm going to mix this together on a low speed, not for very long because I don't want to lose any of the air that I made into the eggs. Now that's all mixed in, I'm adding 50 grams of plain flour and 25 grams of cocoa powder. Again, I'm going to mix that for not very long and on a low setting. This is now all mixed together and I'm going to just bring you to the brownies and not the brownies to you so I don't spill it everywhere.
Your brownie mix should look a little something like this.
I'm going to chop up 4 large Mars bars into chunks. I'm doing quite large ones so I get about 5 per Mars bar. I'm adding my Mars bar into my brownie mix. Taking my spatula, I'm just going to mix that all through. I've lined my baking tray. I'm using an 8" by 8" cake tin and it's quite nice and deep. I'm just going to add in my brownie mix. These brownies are now going to bake in the oven at 150 degrees for 25 minutes. I'm taking 2 more Mars bars, which I'm going to chop up because I'm going to add these into the brownies as soon as they come out the oven. Actually, I think I'm going to add a 3rd one. You know it's ready when it slightly wobbles. You don't want it to be completely liquid, but if there's a slight little wobble in the centre, then they're perfect. While it's still warm, I'm now just going to add on the chopped up bits of Mars pieces. So I am just pushing these into the brownie and they will melt in nicely. It's best to let the brownie set in the fridge. I tend to leave mine overnight, but if you don't want to wait that long, give it at least 2 hours until it's completely set and then you'll get a nice fudgy centre. If you try and cut them when they're not fully cooled, you're going to have a gooey nightmare. So I'm popping these in the fridge for overnight because I don't need them till tomorrow, so then I'll cut them tomorrow morning. It's now the following morning, so I'm going to chop up the brownie.
I'm just going to use a massive knife to cut this. Look how good that is. These look so good.
If you like a super gooey brownie, now that it's been cut, I would leave it out of the fridge. But if you want something slightly more firmer, then I would serve it from the fridge so it's chilled. Enjoy!